this lecture, we created this box, and this basically captures something in a context, and then we can keep mapping and folding and composing in different ways around it. Now in this one, we will be looking how we can refactor imperative code to a single composed expression using box that we have created over here. So this is what we have at the moment. We have this money to float, then we have percent to float, and then we have apply discount. So when we are applying discount internally, you can see that we are calling these two methods. That's money to float and percent to float. So money to float basically converts the price to float. So it basically takes care of the dollar symbol that we have. So if you look at the money to float, here we are replacing all the occurrences of dollar from the string, and we are replacing it with the empty string, so that we are just left with the numeric value. Similarly, for percent to float, when we are passing the discount percentage, we are removing all occurrences of percent from that string, and we are replacing it with empty string. That way, we are only left with the percent value. That way, we are only left with the numerical value, and we are converting it to a float by multiplying it with 0.01. Finally, we are calculating the value after discount. So 20% discount on $10, the output would be 8 over here, as you can see. Now let's go ahead and see how we can refactor these functions. So money to float, if you can see, we can rewrite the same using box that we have created like this. So what we are doing over here, we are first of all boxing the string, and then on top of it, we are using the map function that the box provides, and we are replacing all the occurrences of dollar symbol with empty string. After that, we are making use of another map function, and we are calling the parse float on it. So now I can go ahead and comment this out. Similarly, I can rewrite this percent to float as well. Now over here, you can see what we are doing. The first thing that we are doing is using box, and we are replacing the percent symbol from this particular string, all the occurrences of it, with empty string. Next, we are then using map on top of it, and we're converting this particular string to a float value. And finally, we are converting it to a float number by multiplying it with 0.01. So let's comment this as well. So now we have money to float, percent to float, both making use of the box. Now let's take a look at the apply discount method over here. We are taking two variables over here, price and discount. The first thing that we're doing is converting the price to float value, and once that's done, we're calling fold on it, and then internally we are converting the discount over here to float. So that's percent to float, and once that's done, then we are calling fold on top of it. So here we are using the cost and then the savings. So this is going to give us the desired result. Let's comment this first, and if I go ahead now, save this file and run this, you'll notice the result is coming up as 8. Now, in the apply discount method, we can see how we can work with multiple variables in a box. It's by nesting with closures here. So over here, you can see that whenever a variable is being introduced, we are making use of the indentation moving forward. So you can keep track of the state that's going on.